EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Walker with a grab, left side. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
The 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yard, a long one, and he can't connect. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Flowers going to go in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Here we go. 19, Lion. Cougar 19. Ready. Let's go.
Robinson on a give right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
3rd and 12.
Cup 19, down. Cup Dragon 60. Ready, go. Buffalo 18. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 13 yards out. And the Falcons will strike first here, this wild card matchup. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to throw here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Falcons first down. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Break. Here we go. Stack. Back to 60. Back to 60.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Ready. Ready. Go. Ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And now they'll shift things around.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ready.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Let go. Let go.
Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Seahawks 7. Harrison Beavis.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here.
Now he's free at the 35.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Dante Thornton,
57 yards.
and the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
Looking to put a drive together.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looks like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60. Panther 6. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready. Cook 18. 5 in. Ready. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Traffic. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Cut 19. Cut 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Rangers.
They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
At the 12-yard line.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Wow, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Ken Walker, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, Falcons 14. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter. And he lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2nd and 2. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's up to the 47.
And the Falcons first down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
4 yards. First down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down. 2 yards on the play. And the Falcon first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yards on the play. That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Falcons.
Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit, force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Panther 11, hot, rig, 18, Pioneer, 19, Lion. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Sets up a third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
18, Rattler, 18, Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is indeed good. And that gets them back within 10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
34. Falcons 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. Nabi Matabike in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manlori. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Score Seahawks 41, Falcons 17.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
At the 48-yard line.
19 Lions.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10.
Buffalo 18. Hip, ready, go.
He's going to try and take off with it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield.
70 Lions. Buffalo 18, 5 in. 18, Rodney, 18, go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Running right, here's Walker. Good move. Now some good hard running there as he pushes his way forward for about 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Gomez. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Gomez. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Again, it's Taylor.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
In this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike. Let's go. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 41-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Ready. 19.
They'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Okay.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready. Big alert. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Lil Jon. Pick your me, click. What's up, 40? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now.